Hey, I'm Heather. I'm the first openly gay Miss Nevada, and in my introductory video on this account, I had a commenter ask me, if we're including trans women and gender nonconforming individuals into the conversation about women's rights, doesn't that actually dilute the conversation around women's issues? So let's talk about that. The women's rights movement has not been as inclusive as it should have been. When we think about the first wave of feminism and suffragettes, we think about women like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, who were fighting for women's votes, right? But they were only fighting for votes for white women. Then bam, it's the 1960s, and white feminists realized that women of color suffer under the same systems of oppression that white women do, namely misogyny. But of course, women of color suffer under way more systems of oppression than white women do, but nonetheless. And that same shift to incorporate more types of women into the women's rights movement is exactly what we're seeing now. The fourth wave of feminism that we're currently in has made us realize that transgender women and gender nonconforming individuals who suffer from misogyny are in the same boat that we are, so they should be included in our movement. Transgender people are 4 times more likely to be the victims of violent crime than cisgender people are, and trans women disproportionately experience homelessness, suicide, and homicide. Instead of alienating would-be allies by pointing out the differences in our anatomy, let's focus on the fact that we have way more uniting us than we do separating us. It's about time that we started recognizing trans women as our sisters in this fight, because I think we can all agree, misogyny stinks.